Is an RGB LED light worth the hype for your next video or photo shoot? Or are you just adding another piece of gear that will sit unused? Who should grab the Godox MS60R KNOWLED kit? Who can safely skip it? And does the price really make sense for a creator who just wants reliable color without constantly tweaking? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've spent the last few weeks swapping between a couple of budget panels and a more serious cinema light, and I finally set up the MS60R in a typical home studio corner to see how it behaves when the lights go on for real. First off, the biggest hesitation most people have with a color-changing LED is whether the color accuracy will actually match what they see on screen. Godox advertises a CRI of 96+, which is solid enough for most YouTubers, podcasters, and even indie filmmakers who need skin tones to stay true under creative hues. In my tests, the reds didn't bleed into orange and the blues stayed deep without looking washed out. That matters when you're shooting a makeup tutorial with a pink background or a food video where the greens need to look fresh, not neon. The kit ships with 4 panels, each about the size of a small laptop, and that footprint lets you build a soft, even wash across a small set without the need for massive diffusion frames. Now, let's talk about the practical strengths that actually show up in daily use. The most obvious win is the dual power options. Plug one panel into the wall for a long shoot, or pull out a USB-C power bank and take the whole kit to a location shoot where you have no AC outlet. I ran a 2-hour outdoor interview with the panels on a 20,000 mAh power bank. They held steady brightness and color without any noticeable flicker. The active cooling system is another hidden gem. Many LED panels get louder as they heat up, and that hum can ruin a quiet dialogue take. The MS60R's fans spin quietly enough that I never heard them over a shotgun mic, even when I cranked the brightness to the top of the dimming range. The color control is also genuinely flexible. You get 3 sliders for hue, saturation, and intensity, which feel more like a mini mixing board than a simple pick-a-color wheel. This means you can dial a subtle teal for a cinematic look, then swing to a full-in magenta for a music video without reaching for a separate app. The magnetic filters and domes that come with the kit make it easy to snap on a diffusion panel or a color gel when you need a specific look, and the magnets hold firm even when you move the light around. I found the ability to drop a soft white diffuser over the panel and still keep the hue settings intact a real time saver during a live stream where I wanted a warm ambience but didn't want to lose the color grading I'd already set. Of course, no product is perfect, and the weaknesses become clearer once the novelty wears off. The biggest trade-off is the overall output. At full intensity, the panels put out about 300 lumens each, which is fine for a small to medium indoor space but will struggle to light a larger room or a high-key shoot without adding extra panels or a separate key light. If you're a content creator who frequently shoots with a wide aperture and needs a lot of punch to keep the background bright, you'll probably end up supplementing the kit with another source. Another subtle downside is the weight. Each panel feels solid, but at roughly 1.2 kilograms they're heavier than the ultralight alternatives you see on the market. Carrying 4 of them plus power banks and accessories adds up, so if you're constantly on the move with a backpack-only rig, you might feel the extra bulk. Who should put this kit in the cart? If you're a YouTuber, podcaster, or streamer who wants to experiment with mood lighting without breaking the bank, the MS60R hits a sweet spot. It gives you reliable color accuracy, quiet operation, and the flexibility of both AC and USB-C power, which means you can set up a consistent look in a home office, a small studio, or a pop-up interview space. It also works well for photographers who need a portable color grade tool for product shots. Those magnetic filters let you switch between soft white and a vibrant hue in seconds, which speeds up a busy shooting day. Finally, if you're a small team production that wants a consistent color reference across multiple cameras, the high CRI ensures that both the main camera and a secondary mirrorless will interpret the light similarly. Who should walk away? If your primary need is a hard, high-output key light for feature film style scenes, you'll likely find the lumen output limiting. Similarly, if you're a minimalist who prefers a single ultralight panel that slides into a pocket-sized kit, the weight and size of 460mm panels might feel overkill. And if you're a buyer who expects a one-size-fits-all solution for both intimate interview lighting and bright, high-key studio,